Many of us work at two desks. We have the electronic desk of the workstation, and we have the physical desk of the paper pusher. Now, these two desks are very separate. Manipulating objects on the workstation is very different from manipulating objects on the real desk. We have the desktop metaphor, which is supposed to make them more similar. And some people think that it can be extended to the point where you can do everything on the workstation that we currently do on our desks, replacing them entirely. But what if we took the opposite approach? What if, instead of making the workstation more like the desk, we made the real desk more like the workstation? We wouldn't need a desktop metaphor because it would literally be a desktop. The digital desk has a couple of video cameras here that point down at the desk so the system can see what the user is doing. There's also a computer display that's projected down onto the desk. The result is still an ordinary desk, but it has some characteristics of an electronic workstation. As I move my hand above the desk, the camera can see where I'm pointing, and the cursor follows my finger. This allows me to use the electronic side of the digital desk, much as an electronic workstation, using my finger instead of the mouse. That's why it's the digital desk. I can use this much as an ordinary calculator. Let's see, 8 times 6 equals 48. Often when we use a calculator, we are simply typing in numbers that are already printed on a piece of paper lying on the desk. This example shows how an application might make use of the digital desk. If we have numbers printed on a piece of paper like this price list, I can put them into this window, and instead of typing in the number, I can simply point at it, 390, and it appears in the window of the calculator as though I had typed it. And I can perform an operation on it, multiply it by 2, and get 780. The camera sees where I point and OCRs the number and puts it into the calculator. Now, what might the digital desk be like in a few years? I'm going to show you 3 short scenarios that will illustrate what it might be like in the future.
My deadline's tomorrow. Now, where's that paper I wanted to have a look at and make some notes from? Let's have a look. There we are. I just want to take this diagram here and make a copy of it. Good. Now, I want to make a comment about that underneath, so I'll just type it in here. And then there was that paragraph, that one. I'll copy that over as well. Fine.
Hi, Sean.
Hiya.
I'm back from my trip. Are you ready to do my expenses?
Might as well do them now, good as time as any.
I have some receipts for you.
Oh, heavens. Right, get a chair.
Okay, let's start.
Okay. Okay, so I take the total of your car rental, and I want it put over here in this box. And I've got my little pad, and I choose car rental. I'm going to put that over into the explanation box. And today's date's the 5th of October. the day to the hotel was the same as the car rental. I want the total to go into that box. That's the total of your expenses. Okay, so we're all done. All we've got to do is print this out.
Great.
And if you just sign it on the front.
Wow, lots of money.
And that's it.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm roughing out some sketches for a children's book I'm working on. Rather than drawing the trees all along the lane, I'll just snap a little picture of this one and then reduce it slightly for perspective and move it along the lane. Put one here, and I think I'll put one here, and another one just about here. And finally another here. If the old woman dry and warm, I'll put a nice slate roof on. But I could be here all day, so I'll just make a little patch, and then I'll have the system help me a little using my little fill button, which I now will press, and ta-da! There's my roof. But the little old lady likes to look out a dormer window, so I think I'll erase some of the slates. And I'll make her a nice dormer window with a big window in it. There.